The region is surrounded by beautiful blue seas. It has fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers and streams and trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine, and docks where visitors of the region arrive. The region also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Jinty. Hello Jinty. Hello everyone. Welcome to Jinty and Friends.
Episode 9, New Railway. One evening the engines were waiting in the sheds anxiously for Jim to show up. He promised he would finish the story he had started the previous night.
Where is that tank engine? He should have been here by now.
Jinty is never late.
Actually, I can remember a few times that he...
Shh! Everyone!
Hello, everyone. Ready for me to finish the story?
Just remind us of the story so far.
Sure.
Tim, Atlas, and Alfred are three engines who used to work in the mines on a little railway, but the mines soon closed and the engines had to be sold elsewhere. Atlas and Alfred had to be sold on a mining railway here in the region. Their mines are even on his branch line. Jinty had frequent encounters with them on my goods trips. That's when they told him the story. Tim was sold to a railway where he was the only engine there. He did both freight and passenger work. He was also given a rebuild, now with a cab and black paint. Meanwhile here, Atlas and Alfred worked in the mines here, even when my branch line was being built. Soon most of the materials had been mined up, so they needed a solution, or else their railway would close too. They decided to extend the railway. They started by building a huge bridge to the old castle. This would bring lots of tourists to the narrow gauge railway. But back on the railway Tim lived on, things were not doing so good there. That too had to close.
This next part of the story I know fully because I was there.
Up until that point, the narrow gauge railway had only been a goods railway. Even when it extended to the castle and built another quarry, it was still only for good. It was only when someone noticed one of the little engines when visiting the castle, they said they would like to travel by, quote, a tiny train. Thankfully, the owner of the narrow gauge railway heard this. And this was also when Tim's old line closed. The owner knew about Tim's history with Atlas and Alfred, so he decided to surprise them. The owner came up with the idea to have Tim build one half of the extension and have Atlas and Alfred build the other half. This is where Jinty came in. He had to help assist construction of the line when he was on maintenance trains.
The reason I couldn't finish the story yesterday and the reason I was late today was that the story wasn't over yet. Thank you all for listening to my story.
No, that's a happy ending.
That was a nice story.
It was. Thank you for telling us that story, Jinty. It was great. Really great.
No problem. I just know that those very old mine engines were doing just fine together.